People didn't have no way of knowing Leroy was friendly, so they shot at him with guns. And Leroy, being a poor sport that he was, ate a bunch of them people up. Now, Leroy was messing up the senses something fierce till one day he wandered in this store that sold spirits. And after making a fast brunch of the owner and 4 employees,
hey,
he broke into this wine
what's up, guys?
Well,
Great Junkiezzz!
From that day on, Leroy
and
was only a friendly
man,
dragon, but he was a
we're listening to
friendly dragon.
Lee Hazlewood.
About the only thing that Leroy does now is
NSVIP, not so very important people.
So he can buy some of that stuff. That
Mint condition on Reprise. Lee Hazlewood. Good old school Lee Hazlewood. First we're going to get into some 45s that I picked up. I got a new thing where, like, I'm going to pick up at least one 45 every time I go to get records. So, because I want to try to build on some of my, you know, doo-wop stuff, rockabilly, which isn't really easy to find. It's really not. I mean, I even asked the guy at my shop, and he goes, you know, we barely ever see it. But I think he doesn't really, I don't know, because I look through a lot of the boxes, and I do see some, so it's not like there's none. But, yeah. So, anyway, I'm going to show you these 45s, and then we're going to get into some other shit. I got a nice stack of stuff, a couple really cool, man, just some good stuff. Some bootlegs from an 80s group, a pretty famous 80s group. Got them really cheap, and they're actually worth pretty fucking much money. Okay, so let's get on with this. First 45 is Ronnie Jones and the Classmates, Teenage Rock, on this End label. This is a fucking good track. I didn't listen to Little Girl Next Door yet. I just actually got this home and listened to Teenage Rock was the one reason why I bought it. Really good track. Just like, you know, old school rock and roll type stuff. I wouldn't go as far as saying like rockabilly, but rock and roll. This is rockabilly. This is Ray Smith. Ray Smith was, you know, a rockabilly artist from the, this is actually, I think, 1960. He actually committed suicide in 79. But he was a good rockabilly sounding guy. This is the second, they have another one there on Judd that I'm going to pick up. It's a little bit more expensive. But I want to get that one too. But this one is That's All Right and Rockin' Little Angel, which is the track that I kind of like the most, Rockin' Little Angel. Next one, this is the Crickets, obviously Buddy Holly's group, and this is Fool's Paradise and Think It Over on Brunswick. Fool's Paradise and Brunswick. Fool's Paradise and Think It Over. Next one, this is one that I've been looking for a while, and this is the Delphonics, Didn't I? Didn't I blow your mind this time, didn't I? New Kids on the Block actually did a cover of this in the 90s. It actually was really pretty fucking good, to be honest. If you listen to New Kids' version and that version back to back, New Kids did a damn good job. Next one, this is the Valentines, Falling For You, and Lily Maybell. This is kind of like some doo-wop jump type stuff. I'd say jump vocal. And then the other song, Falling For You, is kind of but I really like Lily Maybell. That's a really good one, and this was on Rama. Next one, this is a kind of common one, but it's got two of my favorite Animals tracks on it, and it's the original, and I wanted to get it because it's like two of my favorite tracks. I can just pull it out and listen to both tracks, and that's Don't Bring Me Down and Cheating, which is off of, well, I don't know exactly. I think it's off of Animalization. I know they're on Animalization. I don't know if they're on any other albums. But if you have never heard Animalization by the Animals, something else I kind of wanted to bring up. I've been listening to that tape constantly in my car, and I must say, that album, straight on through, is one of the best albums I've ever heard in my life. I mean, such a good piano, bluesy, rockin' type fucking just good flow, and it's just, oh my god, what an amazing fucking record. Anyway, you're into psychedelic music. Well, this is the Seeds. Everybody knows the Seeds. This is Can't Seem to Make You Mine, and I Tell Myself on GPN Crescendo. So that's a pretty good Psych 45 for you. Another garagey rock record here. This is the Rugbies. If you've never heard of the Rugbies, check them out. Really cool band. Love this song, UI. Really good track on Amazon, which is a really cool label. So that was a good find. This is another group that there's another one in there that I want to pick up by Brenda and the Tabulations. But this one is The Wash. Do the wash. Come on, do the wash. It's a really, really good track. Kind of like, you know, soul, I guess, funk type stuff. Next one, very common rockabilly record on Sun. Carl Perkins, Blue Suede Shoes, backed with Honey Don't, which is just an amazing track. And, you know, Blue Suede Shoes, his version of that, well, he is like Blue Suede Shoes, but really great, I mean, to have that on a 45. Nothing super expensive or anything. Next one I want to talk about, like Death Proof. Have you ever seen the movie Death Proof by, can't even think of his name right now, Tarantino, on Fontana. They talk about, in the movie Death Proof, Dave D, Dozy, Beaky, Mick, and Titch. I don't have anything by these guys except for this 45. I found this in my collection, actually. Just wanted to show it. Right there it is. Dave D, Dozy, Beaky, Mick, and Titch. It's not the song that they play in the car before they do the head-on collision. It's not that song, which is a really good track. But these are really good tracks. You got Save Me and Shame. They're not a bad band, like a pop kind of rock band from the late 60s, early 70s, I believe. So that's 45s. Oh yeah, and then these. These are nothing special. I kind of picked them up in like a little lot that I got for $5. So I got these, and I got like some Pink Floyd and some other 45s for like $5, which was a really good deal. First one is Mick Jagger, Ruthless People. I mean, the sleeves beat up, but I took it anyway. Van Halen, Pretty Women, and Happy Trails, which is kind of a common one. Rolling Stones, No Use in Crying, Start Me Up, and it's got that shoe on it from Tattoo You. And then this is the one that I really kind of need the VC's help on, trying to figure out exactly who and what the fuck this is. I actually haven't listened to it yet, but this is a band called, I believe, Pegasus. It's called A Heartbeat Away, and then it's backed with Don't Talk to Me. I don't know. It looks really interesting, and it looks like it could be semi-rare, or like maybe not expensive, but it's on this upstage. It's not in the greatest. I mean, the vinyl's in really good shape, but I mean, obviously the sleeve's not great. But I picked it up just to see what's up. There's a guy called Joe Costello. I'm thinking maybe he might be related to Elvis Costello, maybe. I don't know. Pegasus is the name of the band, and I just never. I know there's other Pegasuses out there. I couldn't find this Pegasus. So, I don't know. Let me know. I'm not really familiar with it. Any of you guys know who Pegasus is? Leave me a comment. That would be really awesome. Alright, so let's get to... Oh, wait, no. I want to go one thing more. If you guys are into Psych music, old Psych, pop, even some garage, this magazine is something that you might want to pick up. This is a really, really good magazine. Informative. You know, you could look through this magazine and find a couple things that you want to start looking for. And the magazine is Shindig. If you've never seen this one, I definitely recommend picking this up. It's just for it even says Shindig for people who want more, and it's just there's articles in here about Strawberry Alarm Clock, Ian Hunter, Swedish Retro Rock, Lee Hazlewood, which we're listening to. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff in here, just good stuff, and I mean it goes all around the board. Like just rare underground type stuff from back in the day. There's even new bands and stuff that are in here. Just a really good buy. Thinking about picking this up monthly. It's definitely helped me out already. Try to find some stuff that I've been looking for, some of the stuff that I'm getting into. But let's get to the LPs. Today I went up to my shop just on a whim. I didn't even think they'd be open because it's New Year's Eve. So I was like, all right. I called them up and they said they're open. I was like, all right, I'll stop up. And I know when Andy's there, which is the owner, he always throws out 2 to 3 records when he's there. 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, sometimes even more than that. And usually it's pretty good shit. So you have to get there when he does that early so that you don't miss out on those couple records that he puts out. And I think I got really lucky after looking these up. I think they were 10 a piece, and they're in like really good shape. This is a bootleg This is a bootleg of The Cure. It's called The Spells Unbroken, and it is recorded live in Binghamton, NEC, 9/20/85. So it's a live bootleg of The Cure. Nothing special about the labels. It's on black vinyl. The labels are straight plain white, but the vinyl is in mint condition. Now I've seen this on the internet, only one copy, and it's selling for about $120. I got this for $10. So you know, you have to be in the right place at the right time to get stuff like this. And bootleg of live performances of 80s bands like this are stuff that you're not going to find. You know, this isn't something you're going to go out to your record shop and find all the time. So it's nice to have stuff like this in your collection. So when you see stuff like that, pick it up, because it's definitely stuff you're not going to see every day, and that's the type of stuff I like to find. And speaking of stuff you're not going to be able to find, here's another one. I couldn't believe that there was two. This one I cannot find the value of, and I think this one might actually be a little bit more valuable. This is live at Paradiso in Amsterdam, 12/12/79. Check out this cover. A little raunchy, but this is The Cure too, and it's live. Same thing, black vinyl, white labels, nothing special. I'll show you what this label looks like, just so you know. That's basically what it is. But it plays really good. It's in semi-decent condition. This is actually a sticker. The rest of it is printed. But, you know, for something that came out in, I think, around 79, it's in pretty good shape. And the vinyl's in tip-top, so. But it was really cheap. And like I said, if that other one's going for $120, I can only imagine what this one's going for, probably a lot more. It's probably the fact that he couldn't find it, so he just threw 15 or 10 on it or whatever. And he does that a lot. Like, I come home with stuff sometimes and look it up, and it's like, wow, I paid $5, $10 for it, and it's worth like $40, $50, you know? And I get a discount. Next thing I got today, and then I'm going to get into some VCLT and then go back to some more records. This record here, I also need a little bit of help with. If anybody's familiar, this is some good fucking shit. I mean, I put this on for a little bit, and literally I listened to maybe 2 tracks, and I was just like, it's over. Like, I had to fucking get it. And it's on the Vertigo Swirl, which means I just, you know, automatically, if it's half-decent music on that Vertigo Swirl, I'm going to go for it, because most stuff on that Vertigo is pretty good. But this is Pato, and I'll tell you, this is one of those old-school 70s rock bands. I think this is 1970 that is just fucking amazing. And it's a rare record. I know the originals go for, I've seen them like $300, close to $400. Now, the problem with this is I don't know what pressing this is. There was only one reissue on vinyl. And the one reissue was an Italian reissue. There was a couple earlier reissues, but those are worth just as much as the original. Now, this has the same numbers as the original, and it's a German pressing. From what I can tell. It's all German on the inside. Like, up here it even says made in Germany, and this is in German. Everything is in German, except for like the band names. Like, this is in American here, but it says printed in Germany, and and there's no other numbers on it except for, and I'll tell you the numbers, 6360016. But if it's a reissue, then there's a good chance that it's just made to look just like the original. The only thing that throws me off is the brand new white sleeve in it. Now, that could have been put in by the guy at my store. There's a good chance, because these are the exact same sleeves he uses. But the vinyl is so beautiful that I'm just not sure if it's a... And there hasn't been any recent reissues of this. So I'm just trying to figure out what pressing it is. And another thing I'd like to add is it has that, like... plastic. I'll show you. You know how, like, sometimes German pressings and European pressings have that, like, thin layer of plastic. Some jazz records have it across the entire thing. Well, you can tell it has that because it's coming up a little bit here on the end. I don't know if you can see that, but so I don't know if that'll help somebody find out exactly what pressing this is. But another thing I did notice is, like, when you open it, on the inside here, there is like a brown line right there, like an aging, you know what I mean? So it is old. It's definitely not like a 2000 something reissue or a 90s. It's probably from the 70s. And like I said, I've seen originals of this go for like $300. I got this for $20, and I think, considering the music and the label and just the awesome artwork, this whole album in general is definitely worth a 20 spot. I mean, no doubt about it in my mind, and it's just amazing music. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you Psych kind of proggy rock fans will agree that this is one hell of a fucking record. If you haven't heard it, I think you should definitely do yourself a favor and pick it the fuck up. Go look for the original or the reissue. Okay, so R.J. Smith sent me a little package with 3 records inside of it, and the first record, and dude, I just want to thank you like 150,000% because one of the records that you sent me, I've been looking for high and low, and I can never find a decent copy, and you sent me a half-decent copy, and that's all I really wanted. So I'm really thankful for that. I'll show that one next. But the first one is a Philadelphia, I believe, punk rock band. This one I haven't got a chance to spin. This is from '84 on Speed of Sound Records, and I see Philadelphia, PA. Jacket made in Canada, so I guess I don't know what that's about. But anyway, it's Underground Society. Name of the album is Fun for Profit. So this is my my Secret Santa gift. What an awesome thing to send somebody. 80s punk, you know, obscurity. I mean, I'm pretty sure, I haven't spun it yet, but I'm pretty sure it looks like it's going to be a half-decent spin, so thank you so much for that. And then there was the record that he sent me that I just was really, really excited about, and that's the second Brooklyn Bridge. I've been wanting this record for a long time. I have the other 2 main Brooklyn Bridge records, and this one just has evaded me. It's not at my shop. I can't find it nowhere. I found it once. It was in bad condition. I passed it up. This one's in fairly good condition. The other one that I found had like a DJ thing, I think, on it somewhere. So this is good. Nice, clean copy. I cleaned it up a little bit, and it plays great. So thank you, RJ, dude. You're the fucking man. And last but not least, he knows what I like. He knows I like girls on 7 inches or girls on records, period. This girl's a little young, I won't lie. I think she's a little young for my taste even, and I like younger. I mean, I do like young girls, but this is a little racy. She's young, and the name of the album is D-Day, Too Young to Date, so it kind of fits that. And I mean, there's a picture over here in the back. I don't know if you can see that, but she's a youngin'. She's probably, you know, not even in her teens yet. That's how young she is. I actually have another record with a girl similar to this on it, and it's a whole 7-inch, and she has some young girl in a bathtub, and I don't get that. I don't know why they do that, but whatever. I guess it sells, maybe. I don't know. Sex sells, I guess. Too Young to Date and Every Time I Ask You Out. These 2 songs are like really fucking catchy and really good, just new wave punk songs. If you ever see this, pick it up. I'm pretty sure you probably won't. It's definitely not one I've ever seen before. Really cool, RJ. You're the fucking man. Merry Christmas. Hope you had a great holiday. And just thanks, man, for making my day, because really, like at the time that came in the mail, I didn't have nothing. I didn't go out that day. I didn't, you know, I wasn't getting many records. I mean, really, I haven't been buying much. It looks like, you know, after showing you this, it looks like I have been, but really I haven't. So, next 2 things I want to show, and I'm going to have to take this Lee Hazlewood off because it's driving me nuts, because I'm not really the biggest Lee Hazlewood fan. I just kind of wanted to throw this on because it's been sitting here for so fucking long, and I just never got around to listening to it. I must have showed this 5 months ago. Speaking of picking records up and not listening to them, I picked this record up when I first started collecting for the second time about 6 months ago. And this is Deep Purple, Shades of Deep Purple. It's a reissue of their first record. I'm a huge Deep Purple fan. I don't have this record. I bought it, I put it on the shelf, and I just forgot about it. And the other day, I was like in the mood for some kind of like classic rock stuff. And automatically, I gravitate towards Deep Purple and bands like that because I love those type of bands. So I'm like, all right, this is one I had for a while and just haven't got to listen to. So I pull it off, pull it open, put it on the fucking thing, and go to play it, and wouldn't you know, it's fucking warped. So I call Andy up at the shop today, and I'm like, hey, man, I've had this record sitting on my shelf for like 7 months. This is the second time this has happened. So he's probably thinking that I'm doing something to him, when I'm really not. They stand up right. There's not hot conditions in here. There's no way they're warping on my shelves. So he said, well, I kind of told him that I just opened it, and he said, well, just let it, you know, sit between some records and see what happens. And I'm just thinking to myself, it's not going to happen. I mean, it's not as bad as the Loaded one, Velvet Underground Loaded. That one I got from him too, and that was warped. And the thing is the reason why that happens is because they get packaged after they're heated, and sometimes they're still warm after packaging because that's how fast the demand for records is up, you know. So anyway, we got to pick a record to put on. So I'm going to put one of these on because this is perfect, and this is what I'm going to show you next. And I'm going to show you Volume 1 first. So this is Psychedelic, and I apologize for no music, but we're going to put one of these on. This is Psychedelic Crown Jewels Volume 1. This is a double LP set, and what this is psychedelic music from the 60s of unknowns, I mean, there's some people you might have heard of before, but most of them are unknown. Psychedelic garage / psych rock stuff, and it's just filled with great songs. Just a great comp, really awesome. This is Crown Jewels Volume 1. These go for like $30 to $40, sometimes $50 on Discogs and other places all over the internet. It's definitely good to get if you're trying to get into some of those more obscure, like, you know, 45 psychedelic stuff from back in the 70s and 60s. This is good to get your knowledge up, and that's kind of why I got it, to get familiar with some of more of the rare bands and stuff. So there's just a ton of good stuff on here. It's a gatefold. Basically, the gatefold just tells you a little bit about the bands and more about the songs, and, you know, there's the track listing. There's 6 on side 1, and it's 5, 5, and 5. So altogether, there's 21 tracks on this LP, and it was fairly cheap. Like I said, it's gone for, you know, I've seen it like for 50, 40 something on the internet, and I got it for like a cool 15 or something. So that's not bad for a double LP in mint condition. Then there's Volume 2, which I like a lot more. Volume 2, they did a better job on the cover. They did a better job on everything. I'm going to show you the labels because the labels are really awesome. Psychedelic Crown Jewels Volume 2. This is 60s Garage Unknowns. So I think they did a little bit better job of explaining what they're going for. And the gatefold's a lot cooler. They have pictures of some of the 45s that they actually used to create this record. So look at all the rare 45s, you know what I mean? That's awesome. Then you got a little write-up over here about what's on the record. And then you got even pictures of some of the bands performing that are on this record, some of the rare, unknown psych garage bands, which is really fucking awesome. And then you got a double LP. You got one here, and then you got one in here. So I'm going to take this one out, and I'm going to show you. And they also come with a little insert with each LP, which I'm not really going to pull that out and show that to you. But, you know, the second one was done a lot better than the first one. But I wanted to get the first one just to have the set. The first one has a lot of good songs on it, but I think the cover and you know, the overall production and presentation of the second one was done a lot better. But here's the labels. There's this side, and I know the light in here is so fucking weird. Oh man, I hate this fucking light in here. I do gotta figure out some lighting situation in this fucking place. Let me turn that one and turn this one a little bit. Maybe get a little darker in here, and you can see that. There you go. See that? Well, here's the other side. This one's even better. Check that out. Really psychedelic, really cool. So let's throw one of these on and see where we're at. Put on a little garage. And I mean, you know, Garner, Garage Truck Stop, you would love these because, I mean, it's just kind of one of those things where you just put it on and it's band after band of what you love. So we'll just rock out to one of these. I mean, it's just, and it's all like this, man. Just straight through, good, garage, stomp type shit. I mean, it's good. It's good. It really is. I mean, these comps are A+. They're really good. And it sounds good. A lot of them are taken straight from the 45s, I think, I believe. I haven't read the whole thing yet, but I think I got to do that. I should have done that. Okay, so next one is a tape I recently picked up, a cassette. And I did have this record in my hand at one time, and I was going to pick it up, and I passed. And that is, and it's nothing special, Jenny C. Riley, Harper Valley PTA. This is like country, kind of down south kind of country, a woman country artist. Really fucking good. I enjoyed it a lot. I wanted to get it on record because I love the whole schoolgirl outfit thing. I'm into that, so I got it on record because I wanted to have the cover bigger. Plus, I like the record. I mean, it's a really good country record. I love the one song where she goes to town, or she's telling her mom that she doesn't want to be like a country girl anymore. She wants to go to a big city and marry a rich guy. Then she goes there and realizes that she didn't want that. And then she, you know, wants to come back, and it's a good track. Plus Harper Valley PTA, and that's a good song too. And just all around, really good, like, kicking country stuff. It's really good. I like it. I enjoy it. And it was cheap. It was really cheap. Nothing special. This one I found at a Salvation Army. It looked a little psychedelic, and I still haven't got around to listening to it, so I don't know if it is. But this is The Prophets. The album's called Playgirl. I actually thought that girl was in the band, but she's not. That was actually, it's just those dudes. And I'll show you the back. The back looks, you know, Rolling Stones, psychedelic-esque type. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. Didn't listen to it yet. Let me know. Let me know if you know about that. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not. Next one, a little blues record, little funk soul bluesy type stuff. Not bad, not bad. Rough Edges, Benny King. It's not a bad record. It's actually a pretty good blues record. I wouldn't give it a 10 out of 10. It's about a 7. I give this record about a 7. It's not bad. It wasn't expensive. Somebody wrote on his forehead. It's a good blues pickup. Check it out, Benny King. It's not bad. It really ain't. I'll save that one. This was a $1 pickup. Nothing super special, but I got it because there's so many good names on it, and the two LPs inside are like mint condition. It's one of those things that I like comps, especially like comps that look like this. It's really cool. It's a gatefold. It has like information basically about the songs and the artists in there. And it's got the names of the artists all around here. You got Jimi Hendrix, Van Dyke Parks, Mother of Invention, Grateful Dead, The Kinks, the Isley Brothers, Jimi Hendrix Experience. I mean, just so many fucking people on this thing. Peter, Paul, and Mary are on here. It's just so many fucking people are on this record, and it's a double LP. So for $1, I picked it up just to like give it a listen. I like comps. Next one, this is an import, I believe from Holland, of The Small Faces. The name of the album is Wham Bam. It's kind of like, I believe it's kind of like more of a compilation type record. Import, really nice. I don't have any Small Faces on vinyl, so I picked that up to add to more of that type of genres collection. Plus, I didn't have any Small Faces on vinyl. It's on this Emmy disc label. It's a nice pressing. Yeah, good little pickup. Not bad. Next, picking up more zombie stuff. Here's a compilation. This is the early days by the Zombies. This is on London, Blue London label. Really good condition, actually great condition. Been really trying to fill out my Zombies collection ever since I got Odyssey and Oracle, because I figured Odyssey and Oracle is probably the hardest record to find, but now that I've got that, I can kind of fill in the gaps because the rest of the stuff isn't too hard to find. This is actually their first record on Parrot. This is Zombies featuring She's Not There and Tell Her No. I believe this is their first record from I want to say 69. I'm not positive about that. So yeah, the Zombies. There you go. Really awesome. Getting my Zombies collection up there. Next one. Very disappointed in this record. I love this band. I just recently picked up another record from them. Who Killed Sgt. Pepper, and I'm talking about the Brian Jonestown Massacre. This is I Love You, or If I Love You, and this album's not that great. I didn't like it. I'm going to give it another spin, and if I don't like it through that spin, I'm probably going to either put this up for trade or give it away in VCLT or something. There's a couple people that I might want to hand this off to, but I'm just not really that enthralled by it. I'm trying to go through all the Brian Jonestown stuff. I listen to it a lot on YouTube. I'll go on to YouTube and just listen to Brian Jonestown forever while I'm surfing and stuff, because I mean, a lot of it's instrumental and really spacey and stuff. So, and I do love the band. But some of their stuff just isn't for me. So this one so far isn't for me. But I mean, I ain't gonna sit here and tell you it's super bad though either. If you're into that. You know, I kind of like more of their song stuff, like not their like crazy off the wall 10 million year long shit. Like I kind of like songs. I'm more of a song person. Crazy long ambient shit just really isn't for me yet. I mean, I'm trying to get myself to that point. Here's Slightly Stupid. Everything You Need. This is a great record. A lot of people, like I've heard, you know, I heard, what's his name, The Needle Drop, talk about Slightly Stupid in a video recently. He said he was talking about albums that he didn't review, and Slightly Stupid's new album, which I didn't even really get, personally. I don't think I did. And if I did, I didn't even really listen to it, because I like a lot of their older stuff. Their newer stuff is a little eh. But, like, he wrote it off by saying American reggae. That's all I have to say. And I'm just like, dude, fuck you. Because, dude, Sublime is probably one of the best groups ever. They've done reggae songs that reggae artists haven't done as good as Sublime did. Sublime took reggae and made it better. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I don't care how much you want to stay true to your heritage, whatever. I love reggae, and I love old school reggae. I'm just saying that Sublime took songs that were good in reggae and made them fucking better. They escalated, you know, they set the bar on some of that shit. So did Slightly Stoopid, and this is one of the albums that Slightly Stoopid did a great job with. Don't ever down talk these guys. These guys are fucking amazing. I'll tell you that right fucking now. One hell of a fucking record. Love that inner cover. Love that shit, Psychedelic, and it's on this nice yellow. The only thing about this record that I don't like, and I'll get to that in a second, it's on this nice yellow. I've had this sitting on my shelf for quite some time. Actually, it was sealed, and I just opened it. And I've noticed this about a few of these records. Up here at the top, it's splitting right here. And it's just like, how the fuck did that happen already? I didn't beat it around. I didn't do nothing to it. It's already splitting a little bit up here. It's not like a split as much as it's just like, it looks like a scratch. It's some of these new, I don't like this new cardboard. I like the old stuff. I don't know. I like, you know what I really like? I like the import stuff, the flimsy ones, because they usually last. Okay. And then just a quick little jazz pickup, nothing special. This is Errol Garner jazz piano. Kind of like a really cheap pickup. I like jazz piano, so I picked it up. Okay, so last but not least in LPs, and I wanted to save this one for last because Zeke Geek was actually listening to this CD in his last video. And when I heard some of the music that he was playing in the background, I just couldn't fucking believe it. This is a Psych band from the late, the 60s, and they had a couple good records. This is their, I think this is their first record, if I'm not mistaken. This is July, self-titled. And this is not an original, because if it was, I'd be holding close to 400 hours in my hand. This is a reissue, but it's not easy to find either. It's not easy to find the reissue, and it's not easy to find the original. So don't act, or don't think that it's like, you're going to go out and find this at your shop. You might, but it's not so easy. Now, on CD, you might be able to. And you might be able, the internet, you'll be able to find it. I'm just saying that it's not super easy. But this is one fucking hell of a Psych record. If, what are little boys made of? Slugs, snails, and puppy dog tails. It's fucking, dandelion seeds. Jolly Mary, Hello to Me. What's the other one? Move On, Sweet Flower. Crying in the, where's that other one? A Bird Live. Just really good Psych stuff. If you've never heard this, you've got to pick it up. It was actually on the front cover of Most Rare Records on the 200, I think it's a 200 issue. No, it's not 200 issue of Record Collector magazine. So if you get this month's or this past month's Record Collector magazine, this record's actually on the front as one of the most rarest albums to find out of the rarest 200 records. This is one of them. And, well, this isn't one of them, but the original is really fucking hard to find. So it's really good stuff. And I suggest you definitely, if not, just check it out on YouTube. Try to find it. Something really, really, really good stuff. You're going to fucking love it. If you're into Psych, which I know some of you guys are, you're going to fucking absolutely love it. I honestly think that's it. I didn't go too fucking buck wild crazy this week. I'll be back next week. RJ, again, thank you so much for the package, man. You pulled me out of a little slump because I wasn't getting nothing. That came in the mail, and it got me roaring and ready to go. Got me out to pick up some of this cool stuff I'm here to show you. So I'm glad you guys tuned in. It's Crate Junkies episode 21, and I'll see you next week for episode 22. Keep fucking spinning. Peace.